Hi everyone, welcome to the Sewing Swan channel. If you want to know about different crochet hooks and yarns, different types and different sizes, this video is for you. Before we get into the video, if you haven't subscribed already to our channel, subscribe so you don't miss any of our fun future tutorials. Unlike sewing and quilting, crochet is that type of great art that does not really requires too much. You can sit there peacefully in your rocking chair with a ball of yarn and your crochet hook, and you just make wonders. Magic can come out from such hook. Yet there is a lot of types of hooks and yarn. Let's get to know them better. Any crochet hook has two main parts: the body of the hook, let's call this the body of the hook, whatever the shape is, and the hook itself, the curved part where you work with the yarn. So no matter how the body of the hook looks like, what matters when it comes to size is the information on the hook that tells me the size of the head of the hook itself. For example, these three hooks look exactly the same and have the same size of body part, but they are three different sizes of hook: 3 millimeters, 4 millimeters, and 5 millimeters. So your reference is the information on the hook itself, not how it looks like, and now how big or small the body of the hook is. There are plastic hooks, aluminum hooks, look at all these pretty colors. The bigger the number is on the hook, the bigger the size is. This is 6.5 is bigger than 3 or 5 or 5.5. The bigger the number is, the bigger the hook size is. There are the regular grip hooks and the soft grip hooks. These are tulip hooks, which I just love. The grip of the hook is how it feels when you work with them, how it feels in your hand. Is it comfortable? Is it hard? Is it soft? When you work with it for a long time, does it ache your muscles? So this is a regular, this is also, I consider it a regular grip hooks. Unlike these tulip hooks are soft and very nice and handy and comfortable to work with. Another difference is, for this hook, for example, the slide from the middle part of the hook and the body part of the hook is not just a comfortable one. I found a problem working with it because the yarn always stops here. Unlike the aluminum one, for example, it does not have any problem sliding the yarn. So you need to go with your hook with a little bit of yarn to see how it feels in your hand gripping and working. For those tulip hooks, it has this difference between the body of the hook and the metal body of the hook itself, but it's sliding so nicely. While these big plastic ones are just so beautiful to work with the bulkier kind of yarn. So, how do I know which hook should I work with? There is a very important source of information about the yarn itself. It's the label of the yarn. It tells you information about what size of hook. Not just that. Let me get you a near shot for this one. It tells you this information about the size of the hook you need to work with. For example, for this one, it recommends a hook sized 2.5 to 3.5. Not only this, it gives you what can you make out of this yarn. So if you need to make a sweater, you need 500 grams of this yarn, which is very helpful. It's so important to get all the yarn you need for a specific project at the same time. So this is very important. So always check the information about a ball of yarn, because this will be very helpful. Let's move to the different kinds of yarn. I used two different hooks. The first one was too big for the yarn. This is a size 4.5 millimeter hook for a yarn that needs 2.5 to 3.5 hook. See, the stitches are just loose and they kind of lost shape. But using the correct size of yarn, you get your stitches done well. Also for this kind of yarn, this is what you get when you use a too small size of hook. It's twisted and it's too tight. And this is what you get when you use the correct size of hook. So you just need to play with your hooks and your yarn if it is the first time to use a specific size or kind of yarn. These are just samples of what I have to help you know more about crochet hooks. And of course there are many different kinds of crochet hooks that are not mentioned or featured in this video. There is the beautiful bamboo hooks, the wooden hooks, and there are the acrylic ones, the ones with the light, and so on. So here is the cotton yarn. It comes in all these beautiful colors. This one is called Nature Cotton. I love working with this yarn. I love cotton. Cotton is very comfortable and very healthy and breathable to work with concerning yarn or fabrics. I love working with cotton. And here is what I made out of this yarn. I made a doily. I just crocheted the flowers and connected them. This was a fun project to make and enjoy, and I use it in my living room. Another type of yarn is the acrylic. This is 100% acrylic yarn. It's called satin, and it has also this kind of nice information, what crochet hook you need, for size or knitting needles you need, and what can you make out of this one skein, how many yarn you need for each project. And from this one, a different color, I made this shawl. Still in progress, but I am close to finish it. And there is this yarn. This is a polyester yarn, which is good for winter projects. And from a different color, I made this beanie for my daughter. And this is also another type of acrylic yarn. It comes in every shade imaginable. I don't have labels on this one because actually I used them all in one project. This blanket, I started making this blanket for my unborn niece more than 3 years ago. If you want to know why this blanket is not finished yet, see me next video. I will be talking about unfinished project and reasons to avoid this. There is also this kind of yarn. These kinds of yarn are called variegated yarn, which means that the color changes. When you open it, it changes like this. Like this, but this changes slowly. Some yarns, variegated yarn, change color slower than others. Like this one, for example. Like this one, that I can never keep the ball together, it always falls. But see the colors, I just love them. Let me show you what I made of these. From this beautiful yarn, this is 100% cotton yarn. I made this cup. How beautiful is that? And from this one, I made this shawl. And again, this is an unfinished project. But it will be awesome when finished. This is a different kind of yarn. Oh my god, it's a shame I haven't started something with this yet. This is a blend yarn, which means, let's read the information. It is a 55% cotton and 45% acrylic. See the colors? Always mixing cotton with acrylic gives you advantages of both, and you can just avoid the disadvantages of both. For example, for the stretching, for the softness. I must find something to do with this. you seen this kind of yarn before? You use it and every now and then you find a flower in the yarn. How awesome is this? And you go on and you find another flower. And you go on and a flower appears. So if you want to know why these 3 beautiful projects are not finished yet, join me next video. I will give you tips to avoid this. If you have any questions concerning our tutorial today or information about yarn and hooks, please comment below and I will do my best to help you. That's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. Please give us a thumbs up if you like our video and subscribe to our channel, because the next tutorial is about why are all these awesome projects are not finished yet. You don't want to miss that. See you next time. Bye bye.